Floyd Mayweather getting in the ring with Moneykicks, I'm pretty sure an influencer. All I know is he's a billionaire, 20-year-old kid who's like 5'5", and I mean apparently this guy is gonna get in the ring with the greatest fighter of all time, 50-0 and undefeated, has one of the best resumes in boxing, fighting like 26 world champions.
This is just like the worst look probably Floyd has ever had in his whole career. Like, this is as low as it gets, like humanly possible, as like being at Floyd level. Okay, like I get it, man. Like, you want money, but how low can you go? Like, this ain't it. Why? And apparently they're gonna be fighting on a helipad. A helipad. Like, why? Like, what is the point?
Moneykicks is just gonna fly off.
I wonder if he's gonna fly away. Like, this makes zero sense. First of all, like, what kind of matchup is this? You've got a guy that's 50-0 against professional boxers, has beat some of the greatest fighters to ever exist, against some random guy that fought a guy named... Moneykicks has fought a guy named Anus. What is happening?
It just doesn't make sense. I mean, the only reason Floyd would do this is obviously for the bag. I mean, if he does this fight, I mean, he better be getting paid a hefty bag, because this is not worth what is his reputation. I mean, fighting Logan Paul is one thing. That was honestly like it was okay, because it was at least intriguing. It was at least exciting. It was at least, you know, interesting to see how it would play out, because obviously the size difference, how Floyd Mayweather would be able to do that and break him down throughout the course of the fight. And obviously we saw that with Floyd Mayweather obviously taking off the first 2 rounds, gassing out. And I mean, it was at least interesting, because at least Logan Paul was going to put on a show. He's one of the biggest entertainers on social media, and I mean he marketed it like he had a puncher's chance, that he could knock out Floyd. And I mean, at least it was intriguing. But Moneykicks doesn't even have a puncher's chance. Like, he doesn't know how to throw a punch. Like there's nothing about this kid that tells you that he has any chance against Floyd. I mean, you look at his fights and they're just bad. Like, I'm pretty sure they're rigged. I mean, you mentioned that fight
Yeah.
against Anus. Like, I watched that fight, and I don't think Moneykicks landed a punch. And I'm being genuinely serious. Anus was one of the worst fighters I've ever seen to ever grace a boxing
Oh
ring.
my god.
He was like, he's like doing dance moves in the middle of a fight,
He was
like
really
emoting. He was doing some Fortnite dances, and he actually at least threw a few
He was
shots, while
whooping
Moneykicks just
Moneykicks.
ran away and did not throw a punch, and somehow he got the decision.
If Floyd does not knock this guy out within 30 seconds, it is rigged. I'm sorry. It's gotta be rigged.
It's something I
Easy.
noticed is I'm watching Moneykicks' fights, and he has no tape on his gloves in both of his fights, and he's wearing Velcro gloves. It's not even lace boxing
This is
gloves, like a
suspect,
commission
though.
boxing fight. Like,
So
that is, if
suspect.
that's not so sus. I'm not really trying to slate him, but for Floyd Mayweather to get in the ring with Moneykicks is just not a good look. I mean, the guy has no technique, no attributes to ever tell you that he's even athletic.
Moneykicks is literally doing side missions at this point. Like, he's gotta
Yeah,
be. He
he's
has
doing
too
this for
much money
fun.
to know. Floyd, the fact that Floyd's even taking this, man, is just. Well, not kinda, it's just sad. It's just honestly sad.
Yeah, I mean, Floyd better beat this kid like easily within the first round, or it's just not going to be a good look. And I mean, just Floyd in general should not be getting back in the boxing ring. I mean, his last match against Logan did not look good. I mean, obviously he did what he had to do to beat Logan Paul, I guess. Even though Logan Paul kind of walked out of that ring as a winner, because he went the distance with Floyd Mayweather. So I mean, Floyd didn't look too good at his old age, and he didn't look like he himself. So obviously the age is going to take a factor in how he has had a lot of injuries over the years and his long layoff now. So I mean, he just shouldn't be getting back in the boxing ring at all. But I mean, if you're going up against Moneykicks, I mean, it's just stupid. I literally saw Moneykicks was literally admitting on his video that he knows he can't beat Floyd. He was literally FaceTiming Logan Paul. Logan Paul's like, "You're not gonna beat Floyd." And Moneykicks is like, "I
Yeah,
know,
man.
bro. I'm not dumb."
I know that, bro. I'm not stupid, bro. I don't play myself. He's Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd shouldn't even be getting in there anymore. I don't want to see him back in.
This has gotta be the biggest jump in a competition of all time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
It's
not a
just a
good look at
joke.
all.
Floyd should never take this, and the fact that this is even happening is pretty just sad. It's terrible for the boxing world, and it's just
And something even worse is like Logan Paul had a huge size advantage on Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather has a huge size advantage over Moneykicks. Like, what are we talking about here? The greatest fighter of all time who has last weighed in at like 155 pounds. Well, Moneykicks hasn't even had a weigh-in before. It probably looks like he's like 120 pounds, maybe even like less. I mean, he has a huge size advantage over Moneykicks. And this is just a nonsensical fight. This should not be happening, but who knows? I mean, maybe Moneykicks pays for that knockout.